defense bang. D. It be that E. E. It be that R. R. It be that S. On our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. Just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. We be them Raiders. Give me a stack. I'ma turn it to some racks. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That be a fact, I've let it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me in, but I've been down since the 90s. You don't want the black hole, homie, don't try me. Raiders roll deep, some say that we grind me, but we bring the revenue every time we grind in third and some and ball is done. Renfro caught it and now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden on Davis and all of the Raiders fans that we lost since the beginning. It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just win, be the haters.
What's going on, Raider Nation? It's your boy Chris with Protect the Shell Podcast, man. Welcome to Fan Talk Friday. Appreciate you guys coming through. You guys could be anywhere else, man. You guys are coming to chill with me. I appreciate it. Man, I apologize, man. I've been off for a couple weeks, man. Had some things going on, both, just in my real life, and also just wanted to take care of some things just from a mental health standpoint, and had to get my mind right so I can be good for you guys, man. So, as always, I got a good panel in the building. But before we get to that, man, I always got to show love to the Shield Squad, man. So just got to do a quick Shield Squad salute to everybody that's in the building, man. I appreciate y'all. Got my boy Robert Pena in the building, man. Salute to you. I appreciate it. Cool Kev in the building. What's going on? Got my boy Raider Paul in the building. What's going on, man? Appreciate you, my friend. Got my 2 cents in the building. What's popping? Let's see. Got my boy, member of the TRS, man. Shield Squad Leo. What's happening, man? Appreciate you coming through. Got my boy DSR Live Production, man. Appreciate you, Ozzy, coming through, man. Hope all's well with you, man. SoCal Sal in the building, man. Appreciate it. Said Leo, new intro. Nah, man, that's my same one. I got that. The first one was a little new, but you ain't been here in the beginning of the show, so you ain't even seen it, man. Get her early. Just playing, man. Got my girl Mother Moon in the building. Appreciate you, Mother Moon. Hope all is well with you. Let's see. Got Ray Love in the building. Appreciate you, Ray Love, man. So I appreciate everybody that's in the building, man. Make sure you guys take a second, hit the thumbs up for me, man. That does a lot just to help me in the algorithm and help me get this channel growing, man. 'Cause I work hard to try to get some good content for y'all, man. So, but I know you guys tired of hearing me talk, man. Oh, shout out to Sun Goddess, my girl. I ain't seen Sun Goddess in a while. How you doing? But I got my boys in the building, man. Got 2 guys I really respect. Had my boy Walter on before, man. Walter, what's going on, my friend? How you feeling?
Chris, how you doing? Chilling, brother. Chilling.
Hey,
happy to be here.
Oh man, I'm glad to have you, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes,
Then
sir.
I got my other guy, man, new to the show, but he's a guy that I really respect, man. Somebody that I always watch his show, always has fire content, man. And he has to put up with Coach Gravy all the time, so he gets props just for that, man. My boy Low, what's happening?
What up, everybody? How you guys doing, man?
Man, we good, man. We good, man. So
Chris, thank you, man. It's been a minute, bro. We've been trying to hit back and forth.
We have, man. Cause for a while there, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I burnt myself out a couple times, man, and that's why I had to kind of take a step back. And honestly, it got to the point where it was, I felt like I was almost losing passion for it for a second, man. Cause it was like it didn't seem fun anymore. So I was like, man, let me just take a step back, take a little bit time. But now I'm back full throttle, man. I'm glad to be able to get on with you, man, because you be talking that talk just like me. And like I said, you put up with Gravy. I don't know how you do that all the time, man. That's my dog.
You know what? Like, dealing with Gravy is kind of like getting your tooth pulled, but like once you get it, it's just bothering you, and then you get it pulled, and you're like, all right, I'm just talking shit. No, that's my dude, man. I appreciate it. But about the like you're saying, the mental health thing and stuff like that, and having to take a break, it is very, very hard to come up with content for a
Man.
long period of time, especially during the off season. It kind of gets repetitive and stuff like that, but it does get tedious, bro. So I completely understand, and a lot of people understand that don't understand of the time, the doing the graphics, doing the thumbnails, coming
It's
up
a
with things
lot.
to talk about. It's a lot of work, man. But you know what? Regardless, I'm glad that you do your work, man. You came onto the scene, started just doing your thing, bro, and I appreciate your content, man, and everything that you've done for the nation, bro. Like, and everybody, because I met a lot of different guys from watching you. You know what I mean? Cheetah Lightness, Raider Rundown, a couple other guys. I'm
Yeah.
meeting Walter now for the first time.
Sir.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? So yeah, so it's all about the nation, bro. Just having a good time, man. That's what it really comes down to. But there's a lot to talk about coming up.
A
so.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Actually, before we really get started, man, I want you both to get a chance to kind of talk about what you guys got going on, man. So, Walter, I know I talked to you. You got your own. You got a couple things you're working on with Stogie Nation and stuff like that, and Raider Nation Roll Call. Why don't you just kind of tell everybody kind of what you got going on, and kind of start there.
Cool. Yeah. Well, as far as Stogie Nation, it's like a little side project that I have going on with MC Raider. We're both avid cigar smokers, and we actually started our friendship through cigar smoking. So one day we just decided, hey, let's do a cigar review. And we did a cigar review. Then we started doing cigar lounge reviews, and now every so often, like case in point, right now that the news is kind of slow when it comes to Raider football. We create these reviews for the Raider Nation, the individuals that are interested in smoking cigars or going to lounges, hanging out, having drinks or whatever. We do that every so often. We premiere it on MC Raider's podcast, and then I also subsequently put it on mine. And then also just actually today, I recorded my very first episode of the Raider Nation Roll Call. It's the podcast that I created to promote the Raider Nation subculture. And what I mean about the Raider Nation subculture is not just the conventional fandom, because there's a lot of people out there that are Raider fans that go to games, have little barbecues with their family and friends, go to bars or whatever. But there's a subculture created by super fans, created by content creators like yourself, Chris, created by booster clubs, by vendors, that sell and promote the Raider Nation. And what I want to do is promote them, let the entire Raider Nation know of their existence. That way we can propel the Raider Nation to larger heights. So we can have more people at the tailgates, more people at the home games, and have them know and find out that once the season's over, Raider Nation isn't over. We're 365. It might be the middle of June right now, but we're still repping. We're still repping. And there's events like I think tomorrow there's a big Raider event in Arizona. A lot of our friends are going up there, and a lot of people that aren't in the know aren't aware of that. And these are things that I want the entire Raider Nation to know. I want them to follow in droves, Protect the Shield podcast, know about you, Chris. I want them to know more about this, because for me personally, I've been a fan since 1984, but I truly found out about the subculture when I became a season ticket holder in Las Vegas, which was 3-4 years ago. And I started noticing that it's not just a game thing. It's a lifestyle. And that's basically what the Raider Nation Roll Call is promoting, is the lifestyle of the Raider Nation.
That's fire. That's fire, man. That's fire. Low, man. Tell them about your channel, man. What you got going on?
Yo, what up, everybody? Low. If you guys, most of the people in the chat, know who I am. We pretty much, I got together, started doing podcasting a long time ago, man. When the whole Rona hit and everything like that, and I've always been a fan since '85, man. Running around, you know what I mean? '83, I apologize, with when the Super Bowl, when I watched Marcus Allen do his thing. But yeah, like when I started podcasting, it was all a fluke, bro. Like it was just the way it all happened. It kind of just, I had to get a microphone for this. I do music, but I don't rap or nothing like that. I just make beats. So I had to get all this camera because I had to do a presentation for school, yada yada yada, and I just kind of fell into it. Started doing a show. It was me and Raider Joe, and kind of just grew into the Raider Nation Live, and I met Gravy through it. I met Gabe through it, and everything like that. So we pretty much just started doing it. Like it was just us three. It was a long journey just to get to us three, but for the last year, I think about a year and a half now, it's just been all of us. We always stick together, going to games, all these different things like that. So like Gabe and his family have been pretty much anytime that I go to a game, they've been there and they've
Yeah.
taken care of me. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And I just love talking ball. Like I always, play fantasy football and stuff like that. And never really had like, this kind of platform just to talk about it.
Yeah.
Ironically, where I'm at, a lot of my friends aren't Raider fans until now. You know what I mean? A lot of them are Dallas fans, Niner fans. I'm in Fresno, California, so there's like we're kind of in a weird place. But since I started doing the podcast, I'm running into tons of Raider fans everywhere in my area and stuff like that. And now I meet everybody around. So yeah, but it was me, Gravy, and Gabe doing Raider Nation Live together. Gravy has his podcast. I'm going to be starting a different podcast, but as far as anything else, Raider Nation Live, we go live every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, and it's pretty consistent, man. And yeah, I love doing the content, man. I'm happy.
That's fire, man. Y'all definitely got a good show.
Thank
Man, but the reason we here to talk about these Raiders, man. So the big thing, man, minicamp is over. Heard a lot of great things just coming out of minicamp. So these guys get a little bit of quote unquote rest until training camp. But just the minicamp madness, everything that we've heard. I don't know about you guys, man, but I'm super stoked about this damn defense, man. That's everything I'm hearing about, just how this defense is coming along, how they're just flying around. What are you guys' thoughts just kind of going into it, like as far as what you've heard about the defense, and what are your kind of like early expectations for what this defense is going to do and how good they can really be? I'll start with you, Walter.
Well, I think personally they're going to come out. They're going to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Because they already have the momentum from the end of last season or mid last season to the end, and they just excelled. Under AP, they showed us what a true Raider defense could do. And I think during the offseason, they've been showing their commitment to this team, their commitment to the players, the commitment to the organization, and being there, training together, practicing, and just being around each other, which is very important in any type of situation, may it be social, may it be sports. Being around your comrades, having that connection, makes things a whole lot better once it's time to hit the field and play. Because a lot of these guys, in years past, you see guys, they'll show up, they'll put on their uniform, walk around, do a little weightlifting, and then their mind is already on their vacation with their families, or properties are going to go buy, or things they're going to go see. They're not thinking about the next season. It's whatever for them. But This year, all that seems different. There's so much buzz, so much talk about players being in the training facility, practicing, weight training, doing what they got to do to get better for the next year. And then obviously having all these new rookie schmucks on opposing teams challenging our defense already, that's extra. That's actually helping these guys, motivate them to do even better. And I'm actually excited. Like I was talking to you earlier, Chris, I can't wait for football season to start. It's going to be something we haven't seen in probably 20 years, I believe.
For sure. Lo, what do you think, man?
You know what? The one biggest thing that I've took away from everything that's transpired, like with with Coach AP coming in, having that attitude, the kind of push of what the defense did with Graham going into the second part of the season, the last 9 games, how the defense transformed the way they were playing free and everything like that. I like everybody that we got. I'm a little shaky on our number 2 cornerback right now, because obviously Nate Hobbs is a dog, and we got Jack Jones. I love Jack Jones. I loved him coming out of New England, right? I
Yeah,
knew
beast.
this guy was dope. I knew he was like, you know what I mean? I was like, man, New England always knows how to draft fucking cornerbacks, man.
They do.
So
They do.
you know what I mean? So when I seen that, and I was like, we brought him in and kind of just it settled in. But now that we got Christian Wilkins, bro, dude, like that's gonna change everything for like the development of what's the name? Bennett. You know what I mean? Now face on apparently, and during the whole during minicamp, whatever, not him and face on were going back and forth. Don't be stuttering. You know what? Gravy, god dang it.
Hey, Gravy. Hey, he got to knock the rust off, man.
Yeah, no, see, because I'm always running the show, and he's like, just click buttons and just don't say nothing. You know what I mean? But no, going back to our secondary, well, actually our cornerback room, Bennett, like we talk on the show a lot. Bennett has the speed, but you can tell that like something was off with the defense and him last year. But with like Christian Wilkins, they're gonna apply pressure with Kuntz,
speeding everything up.
You know, John Jenkins too. You know what I mean? So it's like that defensive line is gonna give these guys, you know, a little bit that extra second. You know what I mean? To give that rush to where they're gonna have to push the ball out faster. So that's like Bennett's like good. Like it'll be good for Bennett to develop in it. But Faison's coming up, bro. So that I'm excited about the whole front end, like the front seven. I'm kind of a little iffy on Diablo and Bennett. That's my two biggest things. The secondary, I'm good with as far as Epps
the safeties
and
yeah.
A lot of people give Morg shit.
I like Morg, bro.
Well. Yeah, he
turned up last year.
He developed well. Epps is he didn't really give nothing over top, bro. So the defense going into it, the defense is solid. I'm just worried about a little bit more about the offensive side of the ball, to be honest. But
no, that's
the defense I can see as top 8. To be realistic, 8 to 10. I'll be happy with that because we haven't had a defense under 20 in years. Years.
Yeah.
So for me, bro, like I'm excited about it. I wonder if Amari Burney's going to actually do anything this year. You know what I mean? He's up. He's I don't know, man. It's like I thought he was going to come in and we're looking at him and everything like that. But Eckenberg, bro, that guy right there,
he's a thumper, man. He's an old school backer, man.
Yeah,
he goes downhill. A lot of my friends are Buckeye fans, man. They really said we got us. They said we got us a dog. He said he may not start off right away, but he said once he kind of understands the game, like the different speed of it and stuff like that. They say we might have a dog on our hands. So we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
How does the Honcho say it? Dog.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited, bro. Like I really am, bro. Like there's so much room for improvement.
Yes.
But I see us top 10, 8, 10, probably in that area right there, going forward. And that's gonna be really, really good just overall. As long as we stay healthy. But the secondary is just a little bit that number 2 is kind of shaky because look, Nate Hobbs is great. Don't get me wrong, but he's good in the slot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's gonna stay in the slot.
Yeah, he had to stay in the slot. I had an idea of maybe pushing him to the number 2 and letting Bennett come inside or maybe face on, those two guys coming in because they got speed, but they're a little bit smaller. You know what I mean? When we lost Amik, I was like, he was starting to come into his own, bro. So, but yeah, that's my biggest thing right there, bro.
Another positive note is that we have a lot of money to pick up any free agents if need be. That let's say some of the players don't come through or there's injuries or whatnot. We have that money saved just in case of that emergency.
We gotta be careful with that money though, cause we got a lot of people that we want to like who I think we're gonna need to re-sign, man. Cause I'm so big on re-signing the homegrown talent, man. That's that's why the Jacobs thing kind of stung a little bit, but it's something about getting those guys you draft. I mean, because honestly, if you think about it, that's what all the good teams do. Like when the Packers had, they had their run back in the day. I mean, you think of the Steelers. The Steelers always draft well, and then they continue to re-sign their players. So I'm hoping that we can do that. Like the Malcolm Kuntzes of the world and Trayvon Morgs.
Definitely.
And just like my thoughts about the defense period, man, I think we could be, around like that 5 to 10, area, because I think that front seven is going to be so dominant. I expect Kuntz to go crazy, because if we think about it, man, Kuntz really, he didn't get a chance to start off, getting all those reps because Chandler Jones was still kind of in the mix and he was kind of supposed to be the guy. But I think okay.
Well, I was gonna say, wasn't Tyree Wilson supposed to take that spot?
Yeah, he was supposed to take that spot too.
Yeah,
so
but now they have him at DT. So.
Yeah. So and I'm not sure if I like. Well, here I'll stay on topic. So Kuntz, I think, because I could go, but Kuntz is my guy. Kuntz has been my guy, so I really think he's going to show out this year because it's a contract year, and I think he's going to earn that contract, and I think we need to, give it to him if he earns it. Right now it's not the time to be cheap, man.
Right.
As far as Tyree goes, I'm kind of up in the air on him. I mean, I'm not giving up on him. I think that he still has to get that dog mentality, because kind of when you read through the line, kind of listen to what guys are saying in their pressers. Like Max is always talking about Adam Butler and Jenkins and of course Kuntz and Wilkins, but then when he talks about Tyree, it's almost like he's getting there. It's almost like he just don't have there. It's like he don't have that dog. It's like he almost gotta like kind of stay on him to stay at it. So and I mean, some people are like that. Some people are just naturally self-motivated. He may not be. I don't know. I'm not giving up on him.
I honestly hope he incorporates that gang mentality.
Yeah.
To where he gets involved and takes the persona of those people around him.
Yeah.
And it starts becoming that player.
Yeah, what's around him. Yeah.
Exactly.
And honestly, that's a good point, because he might be that. He might be a guy that, if we had a whole bunch of lazy people around, he may become a lazy guy. Mm-hmm. But if he guys, it's because all I keep hearing is Wilkins and Max. They're damn near racing to the quarterback, damn near.
Yep.
Or, whatever they do, they're competing, they're going at it, and it's just being infectious, And now Kuntz is in the mix, and Big John Jenkins and Butler and all that stuff. These guys are starting to really get competitive. Like, they want to be the best, and it's if you listen to everything that all the coaches are saying, they're all preaching that one message of like effort, giving maximum effort. Being a team. We weren't hearing this last year, under the McDaniels, regime. We weren't we weren't hearing this,
I get like
yeah. Hey, I mean, it is what it is.
It's like a nightmare, man.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it's just what we're hearing is just a whole different message, man. It's like the Raider way really means something.
It does.
And speaking of, here's just a clip of, kind of what AP was saying about just a Raider way during media day, man. I took the clip because I really like what he was saying, because he was saying that, even when we were drafting people or we were interviewing people, the first question was like, hey, do you understand what kind of culture we're trying to build around here? And to me, that's everything, man, because he's really trying to protect the culture.
Yeah,
he's trying to build a culture and protect it, whereas the previous regime, they're all about, hey, this is how we're going to do it, my way or the highway. AP is like, hey, I'm going to let you be you be who you are, but you're going to do it within the boundaries of this Raider way that we're trying to do it. So, but yeah, I'm going to put up what AP put, and we'll talk about it.
Okay, sure.
The best players believe it's easy for everybody to fall in line, right? So I think for me, you deliver the message, you don't harp on it, you empower your coaches, your coordinators, and then your players to own it. And, I think the cool thing about this whole situation is, okay, AP got, I had the vision, I had the plan, but there's no plan and no vision without people. We have the right people in place, both with our staff, our players, the guys that we drafted, the guys that we brought in through free agency. They understand what the Raider way is. That was our number one conversation. Do you get the culture that we're setting and that we're building? And the best part about it, it's not AP setting the culture. It's the players, it's the building, it's everybody doing it. It's collective, and that's what you're saying.
Coach, how important?
I love hearing that, man. I mean, I don't know about y'all, man, but I just love hearing that because he's not trying to, take over everything. He wants to be collaborative, man. But what's your thoughts when you hear just him say that, Lo?
Man, bro, like it fucking pumps me up, bro. Like I fucking
fired up, bro.
On some fucking helmet. Let's
right.
go. What do you need me to do?
Let's go.
I mean? No, see, like one of the biggest things that the Raiders have, I mean, the brand is fucking amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people, everything. You know what I mean? We've been through a lot of different seasons to where it's like, damn, why are we Raider fans? You know what I mean? Because we just are. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But the feel that he's bringing in, the way he's bringing in the coaches, the vibe, what he wants, how he wants to look at the game, the type of players that he wants to look, bro, it's different. This is something totally different. Like
different.
With McDaniels and other coaches were kind of like, we have to accept it. The Gruden thing, had to accept it. The McDaniels, same thing. You know what I mean? When Jack Del Rio came in, when we were still in Oakland, that kind of gives you that feel like, hey, man, like, I know what I'm doing. But because Del Rio was pretty good, but he wasn't a Super Bowl winning guy. And then the thing is, though, he wasn't I think just the way AP speaks and the way he talks, everyone says, man, he's just fucking real.
He's real. Yeah.
When you meet him, it's just like me, like just, hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just that guy. And he's putting all these people together that have experience. The experience in that room, bro, in that coaching room, bro, it's rare. It's very, very rare. It could be a bad thing, but I don't see it being bad.
Nah, there's no way it could be bad.
Yeah, they said it.
Yeah.
They said it's like about 80 years of experience, coaching experience in there.
Yeah, between filming and exactly. Yeah. And they're just advisors,
right?
Yeah, and that's a great thing.
Well, isn't what's the name of an assistant coach?
Who?
Okay, so the coaches are.
I thought they both are advisors. I think. Who?
No, what's the name's an
assistant coach?
Philman's an advisor.
Yeah. Marvin Lewis is a
Marvin Lewis
is assistant.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay, I thought he was an advisor. Okay.
And see, I like the way he talks about it because, like, Graham, like he even stated in that interview, Graham's defense and all those guys went up because look at what he had did with Ray Lewis and the Ravens and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So them two combinations, bro, man, it's only gonna get better, bro. Like especially on the defensive side of the ball. So everybody that he's bringing in, you could tell like it's not a relaxed environment. It's like, all right, we're strapped up. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go do what we got to do. Let's shield up, do whatever we got to do. Let's go handle business because you're not having to worry about egos, checking the ego at the door. That's a big thing, bro. That's a big thing.
Especially coming from the last regime.
Yeah. And he's seen the fucking downfall of how not to talk to players. When I went to the LA game, bro, I'm sitting there. Nobody was around McDaniels. He pushed everybody back. The last game I went, everybody was right there following him, just like it was a team, bro. It was a fucking team, and that's what he's implementing, bro. And I'm totally excited for it. Now, I think it's just what he is, bro. It's just who he is. He's football. He's been through the ringer. He's been through the ups and downs of different regimes. Like when he was with Washington, they had 4 different coordinators, all kinds of crazy shit. So he's been through it all. So he knows exactly what he needs to get out of his players. And for him being undrafted, that just tells you everything.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I appreciate everything that he's doing for the nation, bro.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of similarities to the Raider coaching of like the late 60s, early 70s, where they would tell the players, do what you want to do. But as soon as you hit the field,
it's game time.
Yeah, that's it. You go fuck around. I'm sorry. You go mess around. You can go party, drink, womanize. But when it comes down to game time, you produce.
Yeah.
And they gave them that freedom. They gave them that confidence of knowing that they're going to do what needs to be done when it's that time. And that, man, is, oh my God, it's just such an awesome feeling knowing that the coach has the trust in the players. But also everybody seems to know their position.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you have the elite players. Everybody knows who they are. You have your middle echelon players, and then you have your support players, and everybody knows what they have to do, and no one is trying to one up each other. Everybody knows their role, and it seems like it's going to work out. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows their role. I mean, even listening to Marvin Lewis's presser a couple weeks ago, just kind of what he was talking about, like what his role is going to be. Like the first thing he said was speak when spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
Like he, what I'm saying? Like even someone who literally, like people forget, he literally coached probably, I know the best defense that I've seen since I've been living. I was probably too young to kind of see that 85 Bears. I mean, I was 3. But like as far as like since I've been really watching football, that Ravens defense is the best defense I've ever seen. And that's his defense. So
right.
You think about that, and then you think about AP being the captain of one of the best defensive performances we've seen for a team that beat Tom Brady and them in the Super Bowl. Which literally many people can say that Brady offense that year was probably the best offense we've seen
ever had. Yeah,
that was that offense was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
That was an undefeated season, right?
Yeah, yeah. When Randy Moss just went bonkers the year after he left us.
He left us, right?
Yeah. So it's just like little stuff like that, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's this defense is really going to be special. At the end of the day, man, it's going to be special. They for one, they're going to get after it. More than anything.
Yes.
But just kind of going back to like what I was saying with Marvin though, it's like he understands what his role is going to be. He's not going to overstep nothing. He's there just to make sure he's supporting AP in the best way he can. And he understands the role, and he's going to do it. He has a good relationship with them, but he's also going to hold players accountable too. Because another thing he said in that presser, they were talking about Jack Jones, man. And even Jack Jones said, like, hey, Marvin's one of those guys. He might be the first one to tell me to kind of get it together, So it's like we need those type of guys that have like a family. It's almost like a family setting, but, they're holding each other accountable, but it's all love, man.
Yeah, like a father figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like when he said players need to be coached, and coaches need to be coached.
Coaches need to be coached too.
That is like probably the best game in any field that you're in. It doesn't matter if you're an electrician, plumber, McDonald's worker. It doesn't
be
matter.
coachable.
You have managers, the coaches that are coaching up, so you have that consistency of everyone. The door's open. We could talk about it. We can get through it. I'm gonna chew your ass. Don't take it personal. We're getting through it. Hey, maybe I backed up a little bit. Hey, I got on you, but hey, hold up.
Yeah.
Let me correct myself. So that right there is just, it's just different, bro. It's just different. I don't see a lot of other teams having that kind of coach. Like, say for example, Seattle, their coach come in and say, "Oh, we're going to take down all this awards and all that stuff. We're going to start all over."
Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
That's part
taken away from the pride of what it is. So he knows that, and he knows that he needs good people around him to get the right results.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's a good leader, bro. He
Exactly.
might not, like everyone was giving him shit. Well, he doesn't know the offensive side of the ball. What are you talking about? People, when they say that, I'm like, what are you talking about? They're ESPN, Colin Cowherd, all these guys were saying that, like, oh, he doesn't know. What do you mean? He's a defense player. He needs to know what the motion is. He knows what they're doing. If they're, come on, bro, like he is the quarterback of the defense. So him just bringing all the talent and knowledge, and then to let everybody learn on their own and be themselves, bro. It's only a recipe for greatness, bro. It's only a recipe for that.
Yeah, I think they are definitely going to embody commitment to excellence this upcoming season.
Oh yeah,
just with what they're vaguely showing us right now, it's definitely gonna go that route. The only thing I'm worried about would be on the offensive side.
Yeah,
See,
the thing is, like, I can't even say I'm worried about the offense. I just think that I'm so confident in what our defense is going to do. It's just when I think about that offense, it's like, But you got to think, we got some weapons over there, bro.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We definitely
got
do.
some weapon, and I know what everyone's gonna say: quarterback. But man, when you got those weapons, if you can just get a quarterback that don't turn the ball over and that can really, just be a point guard out there, man. Just facilitate that ball, man. You don't gotta be Mahomes. You don't gotta be Aaron Rodgers, man. Just facilitate. Just go by go by the game plan. Find an open guy. Let your playmakers be dogs.
No, and then also get a good enough offensive line to give that quarterback the time to do what he needs to do. Because case in point,
that's key.
New England. Tom Brady, yes, he was a great quarterback, but he was a statue. And the only reason he was able to do what he did is because he was given the time. Go ahead. Yeah, and I think if we're able to do that this upcoming season, whoever is placed in the quarterback position, I think they will excel if they have the time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the thing with Brady too is, he was a statue. And I mean, his line was good, but the thing is, he got the ball out quick. He knew where to go with the ball. And honestly, for Aiden, to me, because a lot of people want to say, Aiden, he's not athletic enough. For Aiden to be successful, he's going to have that cerebral type mindset. So I'm not giving up on him.
Me either.
Yeah, I do think that Gardner is probably going to win the position. I think he will, but I'm hearing some good things about Aiden, though. A lot of people are saying that, he's throwing the ball well. Mm-hmm. He's also he's becoming more comfortable as a leader. To me, that's key. He's being more vocal. He's telling guys, where to go. He's being that leader, talking a little shit out there. Mm-hmm. That's everything, man. So if he can continue doing that, I'll be so happy, man. Again, if I had to bet money, I still think that, Gardner gives us the best chance. But if Aiden wins, man, that's just better for us. Honestly, at the end of the day, that's better for us because we got us a quarterback on a rookie contract. We found our guys. So,
and then also think about this point: they are going to be training against an amazing defense. So let them commit as many errors and mistakes during their training. Doing so with an amazing defense is just going to make the actual play a lot easier because obviously we're going to be playing against some great defenses, but the majority of them aren't going to be as good as ours. So having this offensive line go against this great defensive line is just going to be great practice for them for when game time comes. They're going to be able to handle it.
Oh yeah. You get, especially Thayer Mumford. In a way, you kind of feel sorry for him because he's gonna go against Max damn near every single day. Right. And it's gonna make him better. It's gonna make him better. So then, and when week 4, when we play against the damn Cleveland Browns, and you're going against Myles Garrett, it's not as scary. It's still scary. But it's not as scary. It's still gonna be scary, but it's not as scary because you're still going against a maniac every single day.
Every day.
But the style of Myles Garrett compared to Crosby is something different.
It's nasty.
Different. Yeah,
it's
Garrett
nasty.
is all power, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Myles, man, that guy's a beast. That guy's fucking.
Nah, he is, man. He is.
There's a lot of good fucking NFL players, man. But to be going up against this defensive line. It gives you a lot of good practice, the iron sharpens iron. But yes, sir. They're totally different players. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, the Aiden O'Connell thing for me, bro. I think he's really smart, and going in as a rookie, being thrown into kind of the fire, he didn't flinch, he didn't do any of that. But I think personally, he overthinks. Being an overthinker myself, an avid overthinker, I think that's what you've seen that because our offensive line kept them up. 5 seconds in the pocket, 6 seconds in the pocket. He had like a lot of time in the pocket, but the comparison to Brady just knew when to get through it.
Yeah,
he knew when to just, boom, 2 seconds, boom.
Yeah,
2 feet. You know what I mean? There was very rare that you would sit back and sit there, see him holding it. It depends on certain teams that he had played. You would sit there in certain plays. Certain teams didn't have a good defensive line. So his offensive line was built stout, and this offensive line is built pretty good too.
Yes.
I'm a little worried about Colt Miller. still lingering injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the thing about Thayer Munford, if you look at the last 3 games, when
He was
Miller
good
was
on the
out,
left.
he was
good on the left. He
He
was.
was really, really good on the left. You know what I mean? So I think didn't he play left in college?
Yeah, I think he was left at Ohio State. I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
See, and
yeah.
that's where it's like I get frustrated sometimes when they bring players in and then take them out of position.
And
switch them up. But I mean, you know, Colt Miller, I'm not taking nothing away from him and stuff like that. But going forward with Aiden O'Connell, it will be. I think Gardner Mitchell's going to win the job, bro. Even though I'm really shooting for AOC, man. And I mean, either way, these guys.
I just want the best guy to play.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care if fucking Anthony Brown comes in there.
Yeah, I'm not married to none of them, man. I'm not married to none of them.
So me personally, bro, like I like Aiden O'Connell. I like the Gardner Minshew pickup. I hate the fact that everyone's saying that he can't win. You know what I mean? Like
that's ridiculous.
Bro, the guy,
that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that it would be hard. AP is the perfect coach for both these guys.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
he's a player's coach.
He's a player's coach. So he knows the Garners and he knows the AOC. You know what I mean? He's been around it. So he's going to get the best out of both of them, regardless of how it happens. So, I mean, just that offensive line on the left side and Thayer Munford is the only little thing. But Jackson Powers Johnson, man, he has a little bit of history of being injured. A little bit. But he's a beast, though. He's fucking. You see how big that guy is?
Oh, dog.
Baby.
Hey, I was telling everybody that would listen that I was like, honestly, if we traded back in the first round and got in like picked up another pick and got Jackson Powers Johnson like in like late 20s, I would have been okay with it. I was telling everybody that before the draft. I'm like, look, I don't want to trade up to get nobody. I don't want to give up a whole bunch of draft picks. I'm okay with trading back and getting someone like Jay, getting him. And I know some people probably thought I was crazy, but for us to get him in the second round, I'm like, you can't tell me nothing at this point. I'm like, he's a dog, man. And I remember I was one of the first people that had my player comp, like a Richie Incognito, you know? You know, he kind of had that, without the, Richie was built a little different. His little mind was a little different. Yeah, but
that boy was wild. He came from a different time.
He did. So he was wild. He was wild, man. But
so, you mind if I ask you guys a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Andre James. I don't know if you guys watch the Rush podcast, so I don't know how you guys feel about it. I didn't know. I didn't know that he was undrafted. I knew that he was a tackle, but I didn't know he never played center.
Me either.
Really?
I had no fucking clue. That right there, I just said, "Oh shit!"
I gave him a pass. I gave him a pass. Did you know that, Walter?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, like I was watching it and it blew my mind because, like I said, I knew I knew he went to UCLA and I know Gruden just loved him, but like even Max was saying that like they moved him to center. And, like, he was, like, snapping the ball over the quarterback's head and shit. And Max was like, who is this guy? This guy sucks. Yeah. He was like, bro, I never played center before. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
But and why did they do that?
They just saw something in him, I guess. I don't know.
It was a Gruden pick, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Gruden. Yeah.
But was he picked up as a developmental player or was it like,
So I mean, pretty much.
Yeah, shout out the GOAT, man, Josh, man. We were bullshitting about it yesterday. I actually, after I watched the podcast with the Rush with him on it, Josh, when we were talking about it last night, he said that him and Colt Miller were they played together.
Yeah.
For going all the way through and stuff like that. And when he got hurt, he would play for him, whatever.
He came in, yeah.
He was just an undersized tackle because Colt Miller's 6'7".
Yeah, long arms and he's just a monster of a man. You know what I mean? And then also, Andre James is 6'5". He's not a small guy. No,
not at all. So he was always with them. So when he came in, I guess somehow he's like, "Hey, man, he was undrafted. Check him out. He might be, whatever."
Oh, okay. Colton told him about him.
Brought him in on the undrafted, and then they're like, "All right, we're gonna put him at guard." And then so forth. I guess he got really, really close with Hudson. Hudson was like kind of have the same build.
Yeah.
He turned around and said, "Hey, bring him on in." because Hudson was getting a little bit older, and they didn't have the center. So they're like, "Hey, man, we're gonna try to slide you into this, whatever or not." So that's exactly what happened.
Okay, that makes sense.
So that's how we kind of just fell into it. And you know what I mean? If you're an offensive lineman and you can go from any single spot, I think even James could even play guard. He could play guard if he.
Oh
if
yeah,
he really
of
wanted.
course, yeah.
Right. So it's kind of like the same thing with Parham, but Parham had actual snaps as a center.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
James
Yeah.
never did.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, a lot of people were pissed off about the pickup. Being as far as them giving him a contract, they were like, "Oh, get rid of him." But crazy stat: out of 1,000 snaps, he only gave up 4 sacks and I think 20 pressures. It's not bad, bro.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but man.
But it was at the wrong times.
Yeah, I was about to say the pressures he do give up though, they look bad. It's like he gets drove into the quarterback. But shout out to him, man. Like honestly, that made me respect him a lot more because that's a hell of a switch, you know, coming in there, never playing that position before. So you know, I still would like to see him get a little stronger just so he can, you know, go against those nose tackles a little better. You know, because he always struggles against like those real power, you know, the nose. But as far as like being a center that's good for the zone scheme and he can move and he's good at that. So you know, shout out.
He was way better in the zone scheme.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, way better in the zone scheme. So I think he'll be a little bit better.
Yeah,
I was just wondering because you know a lot of people giving him shit.
yeah. Like me, I don't mind him. I just it's just if we stayed in a power scheme, it's just like man, he needs like people around him that are strong. So I'm not sure how strong Parham is, but I know Jackson Powers is strong as hell. Yeah. So you know it's good to have him next to you if he needs to help double team, you know, somebody. So. Yeah, so I don't know. What
do you guys think about a 3rd round pick with Glaze?
I think he's a developmental player, but he already has like the footwork to be good for you know, for pass block. You know, he was one of the best, you know, as far as pass block rating. So Could we have gotten him a little later? I'm not sure, but you know, if he already can, you know, do pretty good with the pass blocking, you know, I'm good with him because as far as a run block, that's more of a mentality. You know, I think he can get that, but you know, we'll see. I'm not, you know, I'm, you know, it's one of those things. We just got to see how he
develops.
Yeah.
It's early in the season.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Is there any players that you guys are like excited to like coming into with the draft besides Powers and obviously Bowers too? Bowers looks like that 12 and 11 setup, bro. It's gonna be crazy.
You know, I definitely won't want to see that 2 tight end set.
Yeah. You
know, see what they do if they replicate what New England used to do with what was his name, the jailbird.
Oh yeah, Gonzalez,
yeah.
No, not Gonzalez.
No.
Hernandez.
Yeah,
Hernandez.
You know, to see if they do similar schemes to that, to where they use both tight ends.
Yeah,
and then also the blocking, I think, is going to be excellent.
Yeah,
by the tight ends.
Yeah, I think Mayer as the season went on, he started blocking a lot better.
Yes, he did
a lot better. You know, but yeah, no, Bowers is like. I don't even talk about him that much because, like, I'm still shocked that we got him. He's such a dog, man. And, you know, when we lost Waller, you know, a couple years ago, you know, I was like, we got to get another playmaker like that. And me personally, like, I wasn't all that impressed with Mayer at first because he wasn't as dynamic. I always, in the back of my mind, I was always like, man, I hope one day we can get someone like a Brock Bowers. That's the kind of tight end I want. And then a year later, we got him. Yeah. I'm just like, in a year later, we got him. I'm like, oh man, that dude, he is going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem for, you know, like if you don't have like a Derwin James type of safety, I mean, even Derwin James. I mean, I could see us. You know, Bauer's gonna be. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be killing Derwin James, but like, if you're just a regular safety in this league, man, I really doubt that. You know, you're gonna have what it takes to stop him, man. To be honest.
Yeah, I heard he can even run the ball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He has that speed.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the?
Yeah, out the backfield. I mean, he can play fullback. I mean, you can motion him out. Like it's gonna be a problem. Like if a team is in man to man, and you motion them out, you got like a middle linebacker trying to guard them. It's just taking candy from a baby.
Hey, Raider Gabe has a question. Shout out to homie Raider Gabe, bro.
Yeah, shout out Gabe, man. I was about to pull that up. So Gabe says, question for the chat and panel. Is the nation not part of all of us that bleed silver and black? I only ask because apparently only certain people could claim Raider Nation. Wait, did I read that wrong? Question to the chat and panel. Is the nation not part of all of us that bleed silver and black? I only ask because apparently only certain people could claim Raider Nation.
So
yeah, what's he saying?
I'll just put it out there. So I got a email saying can't use Raider Nation.
From who?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. So, but the thing is, though, it's like where it came from and who was attached to it was another content creator that been around for a while. And I kind of was looking at it. I was like, what the hell? So, but it's like they can use it, but we can use it. And they said that like I knew it was dumb when they turned around and said that the term Raider Nation was
is it trademarked
by the Raiders, that some guy named, I can't even think of his name. I just erased it. But the name Raider Nation was dubbed like they were trying to like cease and desist letter.
All for you, all for y'all's name, the Raider Nation Live.
But it was I'm not gonna say their names because I don't really give a shit. But they try to say that it was copywritten and dubbed in 2022. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, you know,
that's bullshit.
Like, yeah, exactly.
That don't even sound right, bro.
Yeah, bro. But it's just some dumb shit. But anyways, no. But like, it was just dumb, like saying that we couldn't use the Raider Nation as. I'm like, dude, get out of here, bro. But but the thing is, though, they're content creators. They're content creators, and
okay. So you said they submitted a cease and desist
towards me, yeah.
A physical copy, like you got a copy sent to your
digital.
It's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Wait, so
that is bullshit.
See,
yeah, that's funny.
You know, because it in order, and I tell you this because I got a cease and desist letter from my own fraternity.
Oh wow!
Because I had created some stickers with our Greek letters, right? But our fraternities it incorporated, so they own the rights to all the imaging and whatnot. And I had made some stickers. I had some extra, so I decided to sell them on eBay. Well, I got a written letter, like a certified letter, in the mail from our our lawyers saying that I had to cease and desist because they, you know, it's owned by the corporation. And I'm like, but I'm a member. It's like, it don't matter. So it has to be physical, man. That whole messaging, I don't believe it. That's crap.
Yeah, but it was just some crazy stuff. That's
wild.
Because we were talking about it yesterday, but I did all the research this morning. I looked at it. I did the research, and the term Raider Nation was dubbed by the one and only Al Davis.
Yes.
And
nobody
owns it. Not 2022.
Yeah, you said 22. Yeah, I'm like, you talking about 2 years ago?
Yeah, like no,
that's crazy. Yeah,
so it's just crazy. But I mean, I'm gonna reach out to them. The people that set it up, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm no big deal. We're still the nation regardless, whatever. Even if I do see them at, I'm not gonna get into it, but I'll have the conversation. But it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
That sounds wild. You're better than me because I wouldn't even have looked into it. I wouldn't did no research. I'm like, whatever, man.
No, well, I didn't look into, like, when I seen it, we were looking at it last night. I was like, what the hell? Like, are you serious? And I'm like, for real? From this guy? I was like, it was the corniest shit ever. And I just kind of laughed about it. So. But yeah, so that's what he was talking about. It's crazy that like we're all part of the nation. We all love the Raiders.
We
We're
all are part of.
our part.
That's
We're
literally
just
what a
giving-
nation is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
We-
subsection.
Yeah, like we don't.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so, it is what it is, man. But no big deal. But I mean, regardless, whatever we're like, I've learned a lot during this whole podcasting stuff, man. It's
Me
kind of
too,
funky out here. It's kind of funky out here.
man.
I just want to be a fan, bro, and talk some Raider ball. That's
Bro, that I'm so glad you said that because I tell my boys Leo and that all the time, man. It's like I love the Raiders, and me being from Ohio, man. Like, so my mind, like my thought of like the Raider Nation, because there's not that many here in Ohio. Salute to all my ones that I know here in Ohio. But it's like whenever I did go to like LA or well, not LA, but Oakland and stuff, I'm like, man, I just love that camaraderie. Like,
Yes.
I just love the Raider Nation. But it was like, but then once I started doing this and I started really like having to talk to people, on social media and stuff, I started like, I'm like, man, there's a lot of cats in this Raider Nation I don't even like in real life. Like, like I wouldn't even be friends in real life. Like,
Word.
and it's just weird, man. But like there's a lot of good ones, like like Walter and like I got in like my Shield squad. Everybody's in the chat. Like I love, but you just like look like you go on Twitter, especially on Twitter. Sometimes you're just like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like
All
it's
I'm
crazy.
using Twitter now and IG. I just use it for promotion, bro. That's about
Yeah.
it. I try not to read in too much into it. If I follow some Raider stuff and I share, like on IG, like I follow a lot of Raider content. You know what I mean? Like Solo Raider, there's Power Raider, there's that's how I met Josh.
Yeah.
Samoan, all those guys, all those guys. When I see their stuff, I share it because it's Raider,
and that's what it's about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Raiders Against the World. Mike, I met him in Bakersfield. Cool ass dude, gave me a tank top, really nice on the show. I promote his stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to be a part and have a good time. That's all it is, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's what football's all about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just having a good time.
Yeah.
And that's what I personally love about the Raider Nation is that no matter where you're at, if there's another Raider fan, even if you have different ways of thinking, different beliefs or whatnot, you're all under, or we're all under the same umbrella of the Raider Nation.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Are there shady and sketchy individuals out there? Of course, but they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
It's not just in the Raider Nation; it's everywhere.
Oh
and that's just part of life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's just it is what it is, man. You just have to take it with a grain of salt. And there's going to be a lot of negative people out there that are going to want to shoot you down. But to me, that is showing me that you're doing something right. If there's somebody out there that's hating on you, that means you're doing something right or something that they're jealous of.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah. So keep at it, brother. Keep at it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Screw those fools.
It doesn't really bother me to that point. It's just it was just more of a shocker to me because I was just like, because the Raider fans that I hung out with, the ones I knew from Oakland, like they were just so legit, and I thought all Raider fans were like that. But it was like I started going in and I'm like, why am I debating with other Raider fans? Like I should be spending time debating with like Chiefs fans and Charger fans and Bronco. Yeah. I'm like, why am I spending all this energy debating my own fans? I'm like, this is crazy to me, man. It was like especially when I started, it was around the whole car thing, so it was like a civil war there.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
It was just bad. I'm just like, we're looking bad as a unit, man.
Yeah, because we were infighting.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And like, the Bronco fans are out here laughing like
they're just let them take care of each other.
Let them kill each other, man. So it's wild, man.
That was horrible, man.
Yeah, it was just different, man. So it was definitely eye opening though. It was eye opening. But like I said, I met some great people, man. Just being in this, like other definitely. Content creators, like Walter, like we, me, Walter, and Leo, man. We hanging out on week 4, man, for that Browns game, man, and just good networking, man. Good networking. That's what it's about.
It's such an amazing feeling. Like I was at the Bakersfield event as well. Yeah, and walking in there, man. I went with MC Raider and with Leo.
I talked to MC and I talked to Leo a bunch of times. I was sitting there with him, Morley, and
at the tent.
Shit, my bad.
Yeah, no worries, man. I was just roaming. I was taking
yeah.
content and meeting everybody, but just walking in there, it felt like home.
Yeah.
The majority of these people I had never met in my life, but just knowing that we're all there under the same roof for a common reason, man, it was such a great feeling.
Yeah,
that
was a nice show. That was a good show.
It was.
Yeah.
It was so amazing, and that's what propels me to do what I do. Propels me to continue being part of the Raider Nation and doing what I do is for those people the positive aspect. There's always going to be that negative, and you know what? Just let it be, because if you start dwelling into that, if you start going down that rabbit hole, it's just it hurts you internally. It starts messing with your mind. Yeah. And you're giving them the satisfaction of allowing them to get into your head. And that's we don't got time for that, man.
Nah, for
sure.
I
met we did a live podcast out of for the Raider Nation Explosion last Saturday. And it was the first
that's
time
a Texas one, right?
No, it was in Madera.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. With
shout out the Raider Rundown.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Raider Rundown was good, bro. But yeah, so I went from just showing up one year. The next year, I ended up just doing the podcast. Someone said, "Hey, well, talk to this guy."
That's fire.
Talk to him. Got me backstage pass. I didn't ask. I was like, "Man, let me pay for it." No, bro. Like, come check it out. Yada yada yada. Gave me the tickets. Shout out Mob. Straight up, dude. All the people that I met. Then this year, I ended up doing a podcast at the event, talk to Metal Man Ace, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. It was a great event, good food, good people. It was a great time, you know what I mean? But it's just like you meet those good people in the nation that like, hey, I'm over here. Like the last game of the season, I was right there, right above the Win Club with Mob, just in there bullshitting because we were in the same section.
That's fire.
Talking it up, whatever. Him and his wife are great people, and everybody that he's introduced me to. There's those good times, you know what I mean? And that's what I wanted to go moving forward.
That's what I want, man.
Bro. You know what I mean? Everything else can go to the side. I'm not even worried about none of that. So.
And let me tell you, having that frame of mind is contagious.
Yeah,
because if you think that way, people around you are going to think that way, and it's just going to keep on spreading. And that's what we need to do, because for many years we've had a negative stigma as a Raider Nation. We were always the troublemakers. We were always the problematic crowds. Where even if you wanted to host an event, a Raider event, they'll be like, "Oh, Raider fans, nah, we can't have you guys here." Exactly. And now that's changing. And I think we definitely have to embrace that. Because that's what makes the organization as fans grow. Having that positive mindset, having that positive showing wherever we go, it'll bring more people in, and we'll just grow.
Yeah, my first game in Oakland, man, I went and I got there, and my stepdad, he was like, "Man, he's a virgin," and we're sitting there tailgating, and it was my first tailgate. Right next to me was some guy he was from Bakersfield. He was a DJ. He had a bar, like just a whole big ass table just of liquor. He's like, "You're taking shots all fucking day."
Hey,
hell yeah.
I was lit. I was lit in the mug, and man, it was a great time. But see, like going back to that first thing, that's why when we started doing the podcast and everything, I'm like, that's what I want to get back into. Get back into that, bro. And every time that I go to LA, the last time when I went to Vegas, the tailgate, bro, it's been amazing. Vegas is catching up. LA's lit. So if you can get to, you already know.
I'm there week one. Hey, I'm there week one.
Well, I'm sure we're there too, bro. So
we're there. We're gonna link up.
So, So I get there Saturday night, and then I'm there till Monday morning. Then come back home. So it's the whole thing. So, but we'll definitely have to link up, man. And we'll just have a good time, man. It's gonna be good, bro. This season's gonna be great with everybody that we're meeting and stuff like that. This team, the way it's looking, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's time to turn that leaf over, bro. It's time to just turn around, show some love,
get some good things going.
Time,
That's a fact. That's a
fact.
fact.
Have you guys ever heard of the Raider Nation podcast?
Raider Nation podcast?
Yes.
No.
It's like the oldest podcast or sports podcast on Apple. Raider Greg.
Yeah.
Raider Randy.
Yeah.
He I just want to tell the story because it was one of those times where I knew I was where I belonged, because I had been hearing their podcast for like 10 years or so.
Yeah.
And he talked as a fan, And one day I went to go watch. I think it was a KC Raider game in Oakland, and I'm like, I want to meet this guy, because I would hear him all the time. I want to meet this dude, and I went down the rows where everybody's tailgating, and I heard he would tailgate in the RV section. Okay. So I went up there and I'm like, hey, I'm looking for Raider Greg. Have you guys seen him? He's like, hey, he's over there. Went up to him. I'm like, excuse me, Raider Greg? He's like, what's up, man? He's like, hey, I'm Walter. I'm a fan from the LA area. I follow you, been following you for a long time. Man, he brought me in, started getting me drunk, introducing me to everybody.
That's Raider fans. I love that, man.
It's like I'm home. That home feeling, like everybody here's my family. Even if I barely met them a minute ago, we were partying it up.
Man.
Oh man,
yeah.
I love that feeling. And now with having social media, it's a lot easier. And it's a lot easier to go. Like Chris and I, we've never met in person yet.
Right.
But we already have that camaraderie. We have that friendship that we know that we're going to be down for each other.
Oh yeah.
And why? Because we are part of the Raider Nation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's the thing. It's like when you meet the good ones, you just love it, man. You just love it. And it's like and me, I just have to get out of the mentality. And my friends tell me all the time, they're like, Chris, don't go down them rabbit holes with social media.
Right.
Man, I'll be on there. I'll debate somebody for hours sometimes, man. I just like stop. Just let it go.
So
you're not going to beat the internet, Chris. You're not going to beat the internet.
Yeah.
Let it go, man.
Because that's what they're there to do.
Focus on the Raider Nation that I love.
That's right. That's right. And let me tell you, man, you guys do an amazing job on your show. On your oh God, I just got a brain fart. The show you got with Leo and
the Raider Syndicate.
Thank you.
Shout out to my Raider Syndicate.
Yeah, man, those are amazing shows that are giving a positive twist.
Yeah, that's
on the Raider Nation. And you guys are talking about the X's and O's, talking about football, talking about the players. Mm-hmm. That is something that you're definitely showing the positive side of the Raider Nation. And I commend you and all the boys for that, man.
I appreciate that.
You guys do an amazing job.
That. So I got a question in here from Alpha One.
Alpha, what up?
He said, "What are we going to do at quarterback?" They are saying both quarterbacks are struggling. So one thing I'll say to that though, is don't get too caught up in offense struggling in minicamp, because offenses are always behind, especially if they're learning something new. Because for one thing, the defense, a lot of times, you can't run the ball. So the DBs know you're going to pass.
Right.
The defensive line knows you're going to pass. Everyone knows you're passing. So it's harder for the offense anyway. Now, if we still hear some of these things, towards the end of training camp and stuff like that,
that's when we worry.
That's when we worry.
Yes,
that's when we worry. But me personally, I would worried as of yet. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm hearing good things that Aiden's doing the things that I wanted to see him do, is kind of be more vocal, kind of have more confidence. Everyone's saying he's doing that. And I think Gardner, once the pads come on and the bullets start flying, I think Gardner's going to be at home and he's going to do his thing.
Yeah, because Gardner right now, he's just catching up. He's learning.
Exactly.
To where AOC, he's already had some time to learn. He's been involved with the players. So obviously he has a bit more of experience with the existing team. Yeah. So, it is what it is right now. That's why during this time of the year, I take it with a grain of salt.
You got
it's just kind of like it is what it is. If they say something, okay, maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. A lot of the times there's individuals out there that just want to create content. They have shows that they have to produce, so there has to be some sort of controversy in order for people to listen. So it's whatever, man.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, with that, like I think about a football practice where hey, we're gonna run these plays. We're gonna run these plays. This is what we're gonna do. Mm-hmm. And these guys will just jump in the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro. Because you know can't hit nobody. You know what I'm saying?
No pads,
stick with them. Give them a little hand check, whatever. Now they're throwing the ball. So when people I wouldn't say over exaggerate, but overemphasize the bad, is because they're looking for the bad. Like
exactly.
So it's like, look, if Aiden throws an inside, pass, and what's the name's right there, because he's gonna be there. They already
Right.
know, like it's
Yeah.
practice, bro. We're talking practice. They're not, and like it just frustrates me so fucking much because it's fucking practice. You're learning each other. You're learning timing. You got to have something on you. You know what I mean? Like, but once we start going at it, like 7-on-7, and they're really like, hey, we got the pads on, break off and do what you got to do. Then we're starting. That's training camp. That's not training camp. That's not. You're putting too much onto it. Let the guys get comfortable. Let them learn. This is a learning process.
Exactly.
Everybody, regardless of how you're saying that Aiden knows everybody and they kind of knows his style and whatever or not. I mean, Aiden was talking shit last year too. Him and Devontae Adams, when the Boilermakers played fucking Fresno State, they were going over for a jersey. So they're talking shit.
Yeah.
Even DA said that last year. A lot of people tend to forget that shit.
Yeah.
So, or a lot of people don't know that shit because they don't deep dive or anything. I'm not, and I don't want to take anybody's knowledge away from what they know and whatever or not. But you have to understand that this whole season, this offense and everything like that, it's new to everyone.
Yes.
Everyone. Even though there's a zone scheme that we're going to be running and Andre James and these guys are used to it, it's a new system. Yeah.
But so
literally the only person that really knows it is Devontae. Yeah, Tay. And I love that because he said he's comfortable because he's like, I'm already comfortable. He said last year this time, when I came in, well, no, it wasn't last year, but 2 years ago when he first came in, he was like, I was expected to be a leader, but I was still learning the offense myself.
Right. Exactly.
But he said now he's like, I know this, so now I can tell Trey, hey, Trey, you should have did this a little better, or Kobe, you should have been able to do this a little better. Man, I'm telling you, this offense, like once it gets going, it's gonna be nasty, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be nasty. They're and one thing about Getsy, some people didn't even want him. Didn't want him to be the coordinator. I can't say he was my number one choice, but once I did more research, man, one thing that he is going to do, he's going to get Devontae the ball. He knows how to get the most out of his receivers. Even DJ Moore last year had his career year under Getsy. Mm-hmm. Devontae had some of his best years when Getsy was a pass game coordinator. He knows how to get his guys the ball. Devontae is going to eat, and then you're going to have all these other matchup nightmares with Trey Tucker and Brock Bowers. It's going to get ugly for a defense.
Then, if I'm not mistaken, I had heard that they were going to simplify the playbook, correct?
Well, I think compared to McDaniels, because McDaniels is like, but I think Getsy is more of like get the ball in your playmakers' hands and let them do
what they do. Yeah,
let them do work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I don't know, man. I'm just excited, man, and just kind of going back to the defense. This year I'm even more like I love even hearing about the defensive like position coaches. I don't know if you guys got a chance to listen to the Rob Leonard guy, the defensive line coach. He seems like he's just a big ball of energy. But just listening to Max talk about him, because one thing, like if you really like deep dive on Max, he loves Marinelli. That was like his he loved that. That's his favorite like defensive line coach.
He still talks to him to this day,
to this day. That's his mentor. But I'm gonna play a video just of him talking about the new D-line coach now, and at the end he actually said that. There was a Zoom call. He set up a Zoom call with him, Max, and Marinelli, and they just talked football for like an hour. I'm like, something like that. It seems so. A coach doing that is like that. Just shows that like that's a perfect example of checking your ego at the door. Mm-hmm. Because most coaches like, no, you're only going to do it this way. You're going to do it my way. The fact that he's like, hey, I know this is your favorite coach. Let's all get on the phone and just talk. And I'm sure that went a long way for Max. But here's what he said, though.
Like everybody wants to be in the D-line room at all times. So it's a special group, and it starts with him. And I think he's done an incredible job, and he just pushes us in every single way and just looking. He knows what everybody wants. And you got to have real relationships with the players to be able to talk to them a certain way. And I think that's what he does a great job of doing. For instance, like like when he first got hired, like he took the time to get in a Zoom call. It was me, him, and Rob Marinelli. And like usually a coach, coaches don't do shit like that. It's like, no, this is my way. We're not. He got in a meeting with him, and we chopped it up for an hour and we talked just football. And I thought that was super cool of him, but just because it shows like even as a coach, he's still constantly learning, and that's why me and Robbie have a real relationship. It's not like just coach type stuff. It's real life, and that's what I feel like. Why guys respect him so much. I think Marinelli was the same exact way. It was much more than just a coach. He was you have a real relationship with guys like that.
Yeah, that's just dope.
I love hearing stuff like that, man. Can you imagine like someone under the McDaniels tree calling someone like? Can you imagine McDaniel or calling Gruden like, hey, what do you think about like, it's just. I don't know, man. It's just a whole different feel, man.
Yes.
Like these guys, their ego, they're checking their ego. They're doing what's best for the team. I don't know, man. Just that fired me up.
Yeah, one of the things that I liked about that, because if you guys really, really look at the NFL and what is happening, especially with the kids starting to get money now, coming into the league, it's a different league. They're transitioning into a different style of football.
Oh yeah,
with the new rules, the tackles, and certain
all that.
things like that. So a lot of things are changing. So you have a little bit of that new and the old, and then the players, and they kind of all come together. That's like the transition of what the NFL is becoming, or what football is going to become, and what the Raiders are going to become. You know what I mean? So you get that old school, you get that new, and you listen. And listening is when you listen, you learn.
Oh yeah.
Keep your mouth shut, you learn. You know what I mean? And when you ask, hey, what about this? Well, if you look at it like this, it's just different ways to skin the cat.
Yeah,
and
different
it's the
perspectives.
transition of how players are going to evolve and how this team is going to evolve. You know what I mean? And I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Me too. Yeah, that's like I said, when I heard that, man, because again, I whenever Max talks, I listen, and I always whatever he says, and I retain it, and he always is talking about Marinelli. I mean, like he always talks about that's his favorite coach, and he always tells why. And again, the fact that this coach is literally took the time to tap into him, because Marinelli really probably got the most out of Max like early on. Actually, I ain't gonna say that, because Buckner, I like Buckner too, but but still, little stuff like that. Like a few years ago, you would never hear me talk about position coaches like I do now, man. That just shows what kind of, the setup that the Raiders have now. We're talking about advisors, we're talking about position coaches, we're talking about all kinds of stuff that we wouldn't have cared about years ago, man. This is just a new day for us, man.
It is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just love it.
I'm excited for it, man.
Me too.
Really
Me too. And another coach that I loved hearing about, Rob Ryan. I love Rob Ryan, hearing Rob Ryan talk.
Hey, he could be an uncle. Like he has that attitude, that uncle like, mentality. That one uncle.
That one uncle, man. Oh yeah, like that one uncle that let you drink before you.
You read my mind, bro.
yeah, that uncle that gave you your first beer, man. Gave you your first shot, man. So,
yes, sir.
Look at you. Hey, you got my cup.
Yeah, you got my cup, bro. You take it from the game?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I got like 3 of them. So.
Here go my boy Rob Ryan, man. Talking about Patrick Graham.
First of all, the guy's smart as any. I mean, he's from Yale. I guess they don't give those, the graduation, that diploma away to anybody at Yale. But he's smarter than any guy. But he's also, the thing he identifies, he knows his personnel. Once he identifies the personnel, look out. He's gonna tailor his defense for that. But he's also a people person, and he's a kind of a different duck other than me, like we're kind of opposite, but I love him, and he's going to be an unbelievable head coach in this league. The simple fact is we stole the best one in AP, period. But this guy here is number 2, and when he gets his chance, he is going to make it happen, because he has a way of making people better, but he also has a way of mentally. Of tailoring down such a complicated scheme and making it simple. He's one of those guys, like a big brain guy that actually knows how to use it. and communicate with the toughest of the tough.
Love it, man. Love it. So
it's good and bad at the same time because I don't want him to go.
I know, but I still think even if he does go, I think we're gonna be in good hands because again, like we said, we got the Marvin Lewis's and we'll. And the thing is, I think AP is all about coach development as well. Because if you have a good organization, you're gonna lose coaches. Like think about all the coaches that, so that just comes with it. But as long as you got a good development process going on, you'll be fine. So
yeah. So it's hard to keep good coaching staffs together and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Over you watch it, people get picked up and stuff like that. The bad thing is that sometimes when you leave, like the whole last regime, if we would have had McDaniels as the offense coordinator, I would have been good with that.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you're just the assistant.
You're just a coordinator. You're a coordinator,
and that's all you need.
North Turner.
Yep.
Can't always be the
thing.
Sometimes you're the assistant fitter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's where I kind of look at it at. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that like the way people are highly talking about people, and you can see it in everybody. They appreciate everybody and what they do.
Everybody, yeah.
Compared to where last year, like they're like, so what do you think about a system? They're like, oh well, he's great. He's a great. I love this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can
tell it's not genuine.
Yeah, it was very generic answers.
It was.
They would never go into specific like they do now about the coaching, about the plays, about anything. It's just kind of like, yes, we're going to do great. Players are going to do great. Coaches are great. Everything's great. We're going to be great.
We'll be great.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. No, I mean that's so true, man. It's it's even AP. I mean, he was saying like even for the mini camp, he said, "Hey, we're not doing a whole bunch of X's and O's here." It was like our goal at a mini camp is building this team, getting the guys to like each other, to know each other, to learn each other. That's just a whole different mentality. Like, I hate to keep talking about McDaniels, but it's just like you think back during his time there, he was probably just trying to crank out different, X's and O's stuff, and it's probably information overload for the most part.
Yeah, too much. He was trying to do too much in a short period of time.
For sure. Yeah, man.
You can get so much. I mean, it's just you can get so much out of anybody that you're around. Just how you speak to them, how you
exactly.
You treat them. You speak the game to them. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of like what it is for me, bro. Like if you can speak well and get the communication right and have great communication, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a team sport. Especially in team sports. You know what I mean?
Yes,
you
sir.
see teams break down. Look at the finals right now. Look at what they're doing. They're breaking down Dallas and them breaking down. You can tell the Celtics, even though I don't want them to freaking win because I'm you know what I mean? But what I'm saying is that like you can tell that they have communication. They're playing for each other. You know what I mean?
Playing for each other, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're playing for each other and they're playing the sport. They're playing the game.
Yeah.
They're not, hey, I'm this guy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they're not playing the position.
Yeah, they're playing the sport and they're playing together. That's all communication, and that's what I see in the Raiders or coaching staff right now. That's
And also the players are very receptive to it.
Yeah,
because there's been a lot of occasions in the past with not just the Raider organization but the organizations in general where the instruction was there, the right coaching was there, but the players weren't of the mindset to accept what was being taught.
Mm-hmm.
And that is definitely something that we are seeing now is that everything that the coaches are putting out there, it's being received by the players. And the reasoning behind that is because of the whole situation within the organization.
Yeah.
It's not just my way or the highway. It's like, look, this is what we have to do first. We have to gel. And then once we're a cohesive unit, then the X's and O's come into play. And man, I get excited just thinking about, these baby steps that they're taking to getting to that point where we're going to be an amazing team come next season.
Oh, for sure.
Trust the process.
Shout out to Snoops, man.
sir.
Shout out to Snoops. But he's right. It's like just be genuine and they will follow. And I feel like And I feel like that's what you know, at the end of the day, that's what AP's doing. You know,
That's right.
AP is literally who he is. He's rough around the edges. You know, he's not going to be the most articulate guy. He's okay. You know, he's a real dude from Compton. You know, speaks how he speaks.
CPT.
Yeah, them dudes, you know, they follow that, man. And one thing that I love about him is he let the coaches coach.
Right.
You know, he's not trying to, like, he's, you know, yeah, he was a great linebacker in his day, but he's letting that linebacker coach some linebackers. He's letting Patrick Graham do his thing with that defense. I don't know, man. It's just I haven't felt like this in a long time, man. So like I don't want to, you know, drink the Kool-Aid too soon, but
Right.
you know, they're saying all the right things, man. At the end
No,
of
and
the day.
then he also he knows that he's human. He knows that he doesn't know it all.
Exactly.
You know, and he says it. You know,
Yeah.
he says it with confidence. He's like, you know what, I don't know everything, but that's why I have these guys.
That's why I
behind me.
got exactly. That's why I
You
brought
know?
other guys that got more experience.
And see, and that gives a sense of confidence in the coaching, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, because McDaniels, he was the end all be all.
Yeah.
You know, it was me, my rules, my coaching. That's it. You
Right.
have to follow what I say. And with AP, it's like, you know what? I know what I know, but they know more than I do. And if there's something that I don't understand, something that I can't put out there to our players, I'm going to ask people that know what to do and what to say. And you know, I commend that because he's a true man. You know, he's not faking the funk. He is what he is, and his downfalls are being supported by other coaches. And he's not afraid to ask.
That's a fact. I mean, because even think about McDaniels when, you know, when he came in, he brought an offensive coordinator who's never done, like, what, Mick Lombardi. Like, it was almost like he just brought like a yes man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, a yes
Like
man.
a filler.
Yeah, you know, he brought a yes man, and then even what's his name, the quarterback coach who, Bo Hardigree, you know, kind of like they seem kind of like yes men. Whereas AP is like, no, I'm bringing people in that's going to challenge me, people that know more than me, you know, all that, man. So
Yeah, because that's when you learn. When you
Exactly.
get challenged, when there's something you don't know, that's when you learn.
exactly.
You know, because if you continue doing the same thing over and over and over again, you're never going to develop.
Nope.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the whole debacle with that. I mean, the draft was pretty good. I like the draft where we were going with it, but I mean, besides that, it was a hard pill to swallow. Like this, it just seems like this guy knows men. He knows football. He's been around football. He's coached at every single level.
Yes, high
At
school,
every
college.
single level.
Yep.
He has been football. When's the last time did that last regime even touched a football besides, you know, getting hit or anything like that?
Yeah.
For years, bro, years. Come on, bro. And like, you know, when everyone's saying like, oh, McDaniels and Brady's gonna come, man, dude, Brady didn't even like his ass.
No, he didn't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, for me, bro, I'm just so excited about everything that's coming up. And training camp starts the 19th, right?
Yeah, 19th of July,
Starts the
man.
19th.
Can't wait.
That's when
Yeah,
we're
it's
start
gonna get
seeing-
real. It's gonna get real.
That's when we're gonna start seeing people getting hit, whatever, whatnot. Who's a couple injuries here and there. You know what I mean? Hopefully they're not gonna go all in, but you're gonna have to. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, they're gonna be thumping. They're definitely gonna be
like,
thumping.
One of the biggest things, I got a DJ here in a little bit, bro. I gotta take
Oh yeah,
off,
yeah,
but-
yeah. I'm about to be done. Yeah, I'm about to cut it off though. Yeah.
But before we get out of here, one of the things I was kind of, you know, talking about going into training camp is Zamir White. Started watching
Zeus.
some of his film, bro, in college, and then I watched the last 4 games, bro. And then what everyone's saying right now, and especially with Getsy's scheme and everything like that Zamir is gonna fucking eat. You know, we were kind of talking about it on the podcast. He's possibly looking at 1,000 yards, which is not a big, and like shout out Gabe, he said this too. It's not big in this, you know,
Yeah, not
timing
anymore.
it's not big anymore. 1,000 yards, but that's a solidified runner. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Good enough.
him coming in, bro, and he's gonna be going up against some fucking dogs, bro. I'm really excited to see what he's really gonna do, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about Matson. I don't know, because Matson and Amir, And those two guys are very, very similar, just different sizes. That's it. They're very, very similar. Coming out the backfield, catching the ball. You know what I mean? I don't really see Mattson going heads up. I've never really seen him go heads up. He had
I don't
one
know,
good
man.
year.
Mattson be running hard though. He be running hard. He be running hard. I mean, he's cool. He's a good change of pace back. Yeah, he's not going to just run you over. But no, I get what you're saying though.
Yeah, but I'm excited for Zamir White, bro. I want to see what he's going to do. What are you guys looking at? What do you guys think overall with him being number one now?
Me, I'll let you go first, Dub.
Well, I for the last few games of last season, he showed he has something. And obviously, JJ was still in there, so he didn't get the I think the practice and experience that he's going to get this season. He's going to be out there because he's going to be our number one, and I think he's definitely going to excel. He's definitely going to do a lot of great things out there. How much? Who knows? It's all going to be on how well the offense gels, how well that they're going to be able to open up those gaps for him. Because that man running downhill, look out.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to hurt people.
Yeah,
he's definitely going to hurt people.
Yeah, my biggest thing, I think he could be okay. In the day, I just have to see it. He ended the season pretty well. Sometimes his vision and I feel like his instincts, I don't know, but we'll see how he can do with the one cut and find a gap. So we'll see. But I'm honestly excited though. I hope all of our players go, do well, and we'll see what happens. But I think when you got someone like Brock Bowers and Devontae, and then you still got Trey Tucker and Jacoby Myers, you can't stack the box.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? You can't stack the box, so he should be, running on some light boxes. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited about it, bro. I'm really excited, man.
Me too. Well, all right, man. Well, we about to get up out of here, man. Shout out to everybody that was in the building, man. Let's see. I got my boy, real quick, Dirty 3308 is my guy from Ohio, man. Shout out to him. He had just had a quick question. Thoughts on the Raiders trading for Kamara? I hear Kamara sitting out. What's y'all's thoughts? I ain't gonna lie. I like Kamara. I've always liked Kamara. I ain't gonna lie. But he probably be kind of I think he'll be expensive still.
I think he'd be expensive. Maybe 2 years ago, I would have taken him.
Yeah,
definitely. But if he comes at a low, I hate saying lower rate. You know what I mean? Because I want everybody to get their bread, bro. But if he comes at to where it's not gonna
where it's reasonable,
break, reasonable. There you go.
Yeah.
If he comes in reasonable, but yet he does have a little bit of a case in Vegas. That he has some shit to happen.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Never mind.
So that's kind of like
like last time he was in Vegas, he beat up somebody.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's where it's like he does have the attitude. Like Dirty's saying, he's saying that. He does have the attitude. I do agree with you on that. I do like his play, but
I've always liked his game. I've always liked his game.
But where was he last year?
But what about his? Because wasn't he recovering from injuries last year?
Yeah.
Or
last 2 years,
I think year before. He's had some years he's missed some games.
Yeah, so that's truly my concern. You know, because if we have the money, we have the opportunity, and we have the space for it, let's go for it. But the injuries, because what if we do get him, and we do give him decent amount of money, and a few games in he gets hurt, we're back where we started.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I think that would probably. I'm gonna say no.
Say no.
Like now that I'm really thinking about it, I mean, I love his game, bro. Don't get me wrong, And then even Dirty saying Carr was his quarterback. That should have even been more of a reason for him to fucking run the ball.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because Carr wasn't doing shit. Like respectfully. You know what I mean? I can't go over there, jump behind the fucking, behind those offensive linemen and throw a fucking ball to save my life.
Right.
But regardless, that Carr being the quarterback, that should have even given them more of a reason to have 1,000-yard season, whatever.
Yeah.
He is a little bit smaller. These guys are getting bigger. They're getting faster. You know what I mean? These linebackers aren't no joke no more. You know what I mean?
Nah, they can run. They can run.
You know, they're coming out. You know what I mean? Especially the guys that are developing. You know what I mean? And regardless of how anybody sees it, the AFC West, there's a lot of good players there. There's a lot of good players on defense on both sides of the ball and on just in general in the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
Him having what is it? His 8th season? It should be about 7th, 8th season.
Probably around there,
Roughly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he's getting close to 30, I think, isn't he? So that's that. That's that age for running back. So,
so I regardless, I would. For me, it's a pass. For me, it's a pass.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna say
for you too, Dub. A pass.
Only if it's like a dirt cheap contract.
Yeah,
that'll probably be the only way.
Yeah,
but other than that, pay him a lot of money to come in. I'd probably pass on that as well.
Yeah,
for sure.
Chris,
all right, fellas.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Dub, real quick, man. Remind everybody where they can find you and find your new podcast.
Like I mentioned earlier, we recorded our very first episode of the Raider Nation Roll Call, starring MC Raider for the first episode. I should be editing this week, doing a lot of promos during the week also. And hopefully, like I said, it should be out by late next week. I am going to be interviewing next will be our boy Cheeto Linus, Leo. I'm just inviting every content creator, booster club, super fan, any business that's associated with the Raider Nation. Hit me up. I'm on IG. I'm on YouTube. I would be definitely interested in promoting your product, promoting your shows or whatever it is that you do, because by us promoting each other, we make each other stronger.
Sounds good.
And obviously, on occasion, I will still be doing video podcasts with MC Raider, with the Stogie Nation. We'll be doing cigar reviews like we always do. We'll be doing cigar lounge reviews. We are in the planning stages right now of doing an event for Black Friday for the Raider KC game here in the LA area. We have a sponsor called Angelino Cigars that we're working with. And we want to do like an introduction coming out party by Angelino Cigars for the Raider Nation. So be on the lookout for that. We're in talks right now. But other than that, just like, subscribe, follow, Protect the Shield. And all our boys, the Raider Nation Live as well. We are the ones that are out there doing what we do for the love of our team.
For sure. Lo, I know you got to get ready to go, man. I appreciate you. If you want to let everybody know what you got going on.
Yeah, it's pretty simple, man. Raider Nation Live. It's Raider Nation Live _ because the other Raider Nation Live has some other stuff. Go check it out. I like their page. I like their page though. I really, really do. I'm not even mad at them. But on YouTube, it's just Raider Nation Live, all one word. I'm Lo. We got Coach Gravy over there. Shout out Coach Gravy and my boy Raider Gabe 420. We're there every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday nights, all at 8 o'clock. Nothing's will change. We might have a show here and there, but just go over there, like, comment, and subscribe.
Fire show,
man. We have a good time, man.
Yeah, I love y'all show, man.
Cool. Yeah, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Chris, it's been a long time coming, bro. Like, we've been trying to get it going. You over there, we over here. You know what I mean?
We gonna make it. Yeah, I appreciate you coming through, man. I'm gonna get on your show too, man. Just let me know, man.
Yeah, you already know what it is, brother. But we're really late. We're really late. But in LA, bro, we would definitely have to get together, man. You know what I'm saying?
We doing it for sure. We doing it.
Just to let you know, we're gonna be doing a barbecue here at my house the day before the Charger game. So if you're in town, you're more than welcome to come and chop it up with us, hang out. Chris should be here and the rest of the boys too.
Definitely,
we're gonna kick
bro.
it.
Like, I'll be with Gabe and his family and stuff like that. We should be doing a podcast that day.
Cool.
But we'll see how it all works out, bro. But
we'll make it work.
LA like afternoon Saturday.
Yeah.
So then, we'll figure it all out. We'll get together, bro. I subscribe to you too, Dub. So, man,
cool. Thanks. Appreciate it, man.
Shout out to the nation, man. Everybody. I couldn't get to everybody that was on streaming on mine, but you know what I mean. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. I appreciate
Sure,
it.
man. Appreciate you guys, man. As I always say, man, players and coaches go. Players and coaches come and go. We must always protect the shield. You guys be safe.
Yes,
See
sir.
y'all next week, man.
We be them Raiders.